This is the St. Johns County Real Estate Auction Report brought to you by Vanta Quality Assets. You can find us at vantallc.com. Investors welcome. Now, let's go to court. And at the auction, many Thanksgivings to you. Yes, it was Thanksgiving, and it was actually the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And it's just a little late, so sorry, but I made rather merry. Anyway, first property that went up, canceled. I couldn't get the judgment on that one, but it's 1371 Kings Estate. Here's the stats right here. Kings Estate Road, St. Augustine. Well, of course, that canceled. Second property that was up for auction is right here, 243 Sweetbriar Ranch Lane. No reserve, went back to the bank, had quite a few issues with it, considerable issues actually. So we didn't even bid on that one. Nobody bid. Actually, one person did, $200. The bank came back at $500. So that was it. Okay, this one is that next one for sale was 130 Thornlow Drive, St. Augustine. Reserve was still a bit high, but the plaintiff total was much higher. Banks are getting a little bit more lax, if you will, relaxed when it comes to the reserve, but it went back to the bank. It did not sell. Next property did not sell as well. As you can see, the reserve was the same as the judgment. Here's the property, 1001 Deer Chase Drive, and of course did not sell. Next property, 2283. The reserve was much lower than the plaintiff total, but no one was interested. Again, another one of those units that they didn't, pros didn't like. We certainly don't like it. It's a condo here, 100 Fairway Park Boulevard, unit 206, and it went back to the bank. Did not sell. Actually, only one property sold in this auction. Here's the next property here, 2470, and it's right here. Hey, it's across the street from the ocean. What's wrong with this picture? Well, it's actually, the reserve was much higher than even the Zestimate, and nobody even bid on this one, and of course we didn't, but we had our eye on it. It was unit 25 7145 A1A South. Went back to the bank. Next property is 2534 right here, 10130 Hennessy Avenue, Hastings, Florida, and it did not sell. Hastings is not one of the hot sellers in the auction. Nobody actually bid, went back to the bank. Next property, 0243, and it's right here, 971 Alcala Drive, St. Augustine, Florida, and as you can see, it's right by the Intracoastal on the other side. Very nice area, very nice property, but what's the problem here? So what's the problem? Look at the reserve, 170,000. Estimate was 182. The bid, high bid, was from the bank itself at 150. In other words, they were like, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Yes, it went back to the bank. That's why it's not green. It did not sell. Next one, 0511, and it's right here, 659 Sundown Circle, St. Augustine, Florida. Of course, it is a nice home. What's the problem? Why didn't it sell? Well, look at the reserve. Let's go to the next one. Next one actually did sell. There was heavy bidding on this one between two people. We put some bids in, but we didn't go as high, because this is our max right here. Actually went for 260. Let me show you the property. 1843 South Landguard Road, St. Augustine. Nice area too. So it did sell for 260. Lots of bidders on this one. It's a very nice property, but hey, not for us. A bit too high for the bidding. 0792 is the next one. 508 Warbler Road. And that did not sell. Look at the reserve. It was still less than a plane of total on the judgment, but still much more than anyone would pay, even this much more than this estimate, which is 136. So let's go to the next one. And 20 Drive RB Hailing Place, whatever that is, St. Augustine. We didn't even look at that one because we were not interested in that. And of course the reserve was much lower, and the reason why we started looking at it, but there's lots of issues with this property, including some liens, so it did not sell, to say the very least. Next one should be the last one. It's 24600 Harbor View Drive. Very nice property. No reserve. But look at the Promax. Look at the Zestimate. Look at the plane of total. Don't even try it. No one put any bid on it because they knew. Actually, it doesn't show here, but they actually they asked the bank. They said, "What's your lowest?" They said something like 2 million something, and no one bid on it. And of course, we stood quiet. Anyway, that's all that she wrote when it comes to the auction, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We are much thankful at Vanta Quality Assets. And in the news, they say pictures are worth 1,000 words. And this picture here is of the 30-year fixed mortgage. It's a 5-year chart, and as you can see, a triangle was formed, and it did breach the triangle, came back up, touched the support line on the triangle, and is coming down again. We are talking about the mortgage rate. Mortgage rates are coming down. Let's hone in on this. 6 months. It is actually it actually came down again, and it is at 3.89. The low point was 3.9, so it's probably going to go further down, technically speaking. What these interest rates do is it pushes up the housing index. Here's a 6-month chart of the housing index. Notice that, remember, way back in mid-October, things looked real bleak. Not anymore. Love that money printing from the Federal Reserve. Gotta love it. And here we go. It's actually hit the top of the channel. It looks like it breached a little bit of resistance. It may actually go higher. Good news for investors. Very good news for investors. Do I agree with the price action? Well, that's another story. The Toll Brothers. Here is a 5-year chart of Toll Brothers. This is one of the builders. It's still within the channel, but it seems like it went up, and this smaller channel, little flag, if you will, it seems like it's just breached a bit of resistance level, which is this line here, imaginary line. And it looks like Toll Brothers is going to do quite well. Of course, I don't recommend you buy any stocks based on this information. I'm just showing you what the charts say for investors. And now let's look at the magical S&P 500 index. Boy, that mid-October low. It's a nice chart here, 6-month chart. Remember that mid-October low? Everybody was biting their nails, worried. Well, you know, the market just flipped its middle finger and said, no, I'm going up again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to breach. And it breached quite well. Actually, they say that this particular type of action has not been seen since 1928. You know what happened in 1929, right? Interesting. Anyway, no fear. Good bidding. And by the way, please take your hats off. It's court. I thank you.